We're out here at another old home site here on Honey Creek. Got a bunch of irises. There's rumored to be some double yoker daffodils through here. So, I think I see some daffodils. I'm just going to get kind of a sampling of what's here. I can't tell what color the irises are, but they've pretty well naturalized in here, which is good. And that they're probably a very old strain. And here's some daffodils. No blooms on them right now. They must have already had their time. I'll still get some starts though. Spring daffodil bulb collecting. Wow, these are real pretty. Makes me kind of wonder how daffodils spread. They must also spread by seed, because I don't know if anyone would have planted these back here in this weird spot. Here's an old abandoned house with some different daffodils. Here's some doubles and triples in here. Looks like we've also got some peonies here. Let's see if we can get some of these on the farm. Here we are today in Grove. Met a wonderful old lady with a beautiful flower garden. She's got some naked ladies, some different types of daffodils. So I'm going to go through her garden and get a sampling of what she's got. Here we've got some beautiful double ones growing in the wasteland area. We are back here at another house that we collected irises at last year. This is a lady's lifetime collection. She has unfortunately passed away. So it's going to be kind of cool to get some of these. She's got a lot of variety here. Those are some pretty daffodils. Got some white ones, nice yellow ones. So they're looking a little shabby almost. The soil through here is really rocky, and it looks like they probably burned their leaves. So the soil hasn't been built up very well. I know the irises do really well here, but they're surviving. So we'll be careful not to completely eliminate any of these clumps when we take our samples. These ones are real pretty. I'm here at the farm for another spring planting. Got a bunch more flower bulbs, and gonna plant some of the things we got started last year. This is some cattails that we had grown in a bucket, and a weeping willow that we started from a cutting. Then we've got all these bulbs that we've collected different places this week. It's a really beautiful moment out here on the farm. Everything's starting to spring forth. The good spring flowers are blooming. Forsythias, daffodils, and the like. I'm going to try to get back to the pond with our little sled over here and plant these first, and then we'll work our way back this way. Small collection of bulbs for back by the house. And got our two things that are going back to the pond. Some water, and then we'll trek back there. Right now it's a little too swampy to get the old earth wagon back there. Here on the road to the tiny house, we've got some plantings of daffodils here and here. I'm just going to add some of these to them because these are all different colors. Adding some more variety to these tree beds that we have back here by the house. I've been adding around all these trees. Got daffodils there. You can see some hyacinths blooming. A few more narcissus that I've planted. Irises, hyacinths, all through here. Got a few of the naked ladies filling in here, and digging a hole for my peony now. And you can see this is 18 inches of good soil, no rocks. What a blessing. Making my way back to the pond. We got a patch of wild onions here, so I figured keep it in the family. Put us a couple elephant garlics in there. Back here by the pond, we've got this area that I'm 99% sure has been stripped of all the topsoil in the past and hauled off. So we've got this clearing in the woods that nothing will grow in so far, but it has standing water in certain spots, so I'd like to be able to turn this into a willow patch. So this is where I'm going to plant my weeping willow. We rooted it a couple years ago, and I've grown it in a pot all year last year, and I think it's rooted enough to be able to survive this back here. the soil back here is a real deep and sticky clay. So I'm just gonna set that root ball right in there and pray for it. I bless you to grow. Spread your branches across the face of the earth. May you and your offspring bring shade and shelter, beauty, protection, medicine, fiber, and all good things to generations to come. Amen. I've been trying to get cattails to establish back here by the pond. The last time I planted them, I transplanted them directly into here. And when the dry spell came, they dried up and didn't survive. So this time, I kept them in a bucket for an entire year to hopefully strengthen them up a little bit. And I'm going to plant them all the way back here, directly on the pond, so that they don't dry out. There's plenty of room for them back here. This spot right here should stay reasonably wet. This is what it looks like inside the bucket. Fully rooted. I noticed it was starting to come back green, so I figured it was time to plant it. I'm just going to try to bury this in the muck here. I bless you. Be fruitful and multiply. May you and your offspring provide seed, food, starch, shelter, fiber, and clothing for generations to come. It's April now, second week. We're out here for another load of seed balls, and we got some more specimens to plant here. Got some bamboo, some elephant ears, irises, some fountain grass, a few different things, and it's getting to be time to do some weeding because everything's getting ready to come back. So I'm gonna go through here and cut up all this carbon and get it into my mulch pits here, clean it up. It looks like some of the stuff we planted last year in seed balls has had some success. I didn't see very much red clover last year, but I planted a lot of it. And here it is coming back. So it looks like there's a lot more of it that made it than I realized. So hopefully that'll be kind of one of the surprises with these seed balls, is that I may not notice what sprouts the first year, but if it gets established, then we'll notice it from here on out. So that's pretty cool. There we go. That's more like it. Saw one king snake in there, but they're good. And I do have some dang poison ivy coming up through here, so I'm gonna have to wash everything real good when I get home. You can see it growing right here. Stuff. Over here between the tiny house and the neighbor's house, we got planted these 4 bamboos, so hopefully it'll make a little hedge.